for this game.
On 2nd and 9, Mills finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Mills. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. back to Taylor on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mills now. As this complete to Woods. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. To throw, Mills. And this is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Mills. And that will be incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Well, that's complete to Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Mills. Over the middle into the hands of Woods. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys?
Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
First and 10, Taylor now. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Up the middle, here's Taylor. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry, agile footwork. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the
touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 58 yards. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this isn't a...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mills. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Mills on 1st down. Out to the right here to Shepard. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Mills. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Mills to the air again. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Touchdown Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts have opened the lead up to 30. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd and 3. He'll get this, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Mills. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mills now.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Again, it's Mills.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Third down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play, and they brought the pressure on that one and forced it incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will extend their lead even further.
So able to force the fumble, but then they really couldn't move the football, Charles, and they get 3 points out of it.
And they made sure they got something out of that takeaway, didn't they? Because even if they couldn't put it in the end zone, they were not going to turn the ball back to them without putting something on the scoreboard.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They'll set up to throw. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills. The toss here completed to Pittman.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
A give for Taylor running right side.
Oh, a heck of a move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
82 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox.
Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts extend their lead yet again. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Rowe. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he slings one that's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Landry now on the return. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here's Mills.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down.
Mills. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Again, it's Taylor.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, This is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
For the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Rowe. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw here.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
2nd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fuller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And taken down just shy of the 40.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The Colts on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give to Taylor. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll be good for an Indianapolis first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Taylor. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Taylor. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They run with Taylor, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The throw over the middle taken in. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. 49-yard punt, on the return. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Colts, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
In the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world